It's really not a hard name. Shyamalan.
But look how it's spelled, though.
Shyamalan.
Yeah. Shyamalan.
Shyamalan.
Oh, that's an L. Shyamalan.
What did you think it was?
Shyamalan. But we all say Shyamalan.
Night.
Night. Shyamalan.
Does this say what the M stands for?
Michael. Oh, Menage.
Oh.
Menage a trois. Oh, Nelliatu.
You learn something new every day.
Oh, because his middle name kind of looks like Knight. Did you see his real middle name?
Oh, that's crazy.
He's a crazy guy. What a smart guy. Got
well, we should visit one of his films.
Which one? Why are you doing that face? Which one?
Get out.
I don't think he directed that.
Wow. Yeah, that didn't fucking...
It's a knee slap. Everybody knows what a knee slap is.
It was very hard, though.
It resonated a lot.
It did. I was going to... The peak, that's the one.
Yeah.
That definitely peaked.
That's the peak. I peaked there. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you for understanding my skill, my talent, and recognizing it. I peaked.
I try.
I know.
All right.
Not too hard.
If you didn't understand the joke, we were doing the visit. But before we get to that, we should probably introduce ourselves.
Right.
And the podcast.
Of course.
Tangents of Horror?
I've heard that's what it's called.
I think so, yes.
Word
and
on the street.
I am Brandon.
And I am Steven.
All right.
And we are... I wanted to see what you were going to do.
I was going to say the Men in Black
There
for
we
some
are.
reason.
We're not reviewing that.
And now that's going to be stuck in my head.
The
music, yeah.
The Men in Black.
Yeah, the visit. Oh, dear.
We're like Nana and Pop Pop, dude.
No.
It's in synchronous
We're not that
with
crazy.
each other. Christ.
We're not hiding our diapers.
What's this movie about?
Diapers.
You're not wrong.
No.
But there are...
Okay. Well, it's literally about a bad mom.
Right.
Who doesn't talk to her parents for 15 years because they didn't agree with her going out with her
grudge. She's just holding
teacher.
a grudge. Yeah.
And then they reach out after 15 years via like Facebook or something.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah, they didn't Skype.
Nope, no Skype.
It was just through text only.
And so she's like, yeah, okay, I'll send my 2 kids over and to visit you and whatnot.
Thanks for reaching out. Take my kids. I'm going on a cruise. By myself, no husband, right?
Yeah, I forget what do they say what happened to the husband?
No, but I think
was the teacher the husband? I don't remember. Too many details.
It's hard for me to remember.
All I
who
remember
the
is
teacher
that she's boinking someone on that cruise she goes on.
That's right. Yeah. She shows up with a hunk.
Mom of the year.
Oh, love her.
But the opening, we first find out that it's found footage.
Yes.
Which I always forget every time I've seen this
movie.
movie.
It's like a documentary.
That the kids are shooting.
Yeah.
What did you think about that?
I like the idea. It's such the way they executed it, though. It was too predictable what they were going to do with it. Like, they didn't try to do something interesting with the documentary sort of trope. They just kind of made a subpar documentary and then told a movie throughout that.
And it didn't really go anywhere.
No.
Like,
except for like weird scenes where the kids become interviewers and they like get manipulative. Like the brother.
Yeah, it's kind of only.
It was only for that.
It's just used to get information, kind of.
Yeah, for like
which you could have easily just asked your grandparents.
Yeah,
tell us about the past. Like people do that.
I guess this forces because Shyamalan did like 3 5-minute monologues of just these interview scenes.
Yeah,
where it's like these long. I think that's his way of forcing that the use of these huge monologues. Is through that because I can't understand. Oh, I guess like it'd be cool if a character just monologued, but of course, documentary.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I don't know. At some points, you don't even realize it's found footage because it's a little too clean to me too.
Yeah.
And not all of it is found footage because I think the scenes where the camera border isn't there, I think are just normal shots.
Was there a lot of those scenes?
I can't remember. That's what I mean.
I remember getting shocked.
Because even when it does go to the camera, it doesn't look gritty or anything because it's like a brand new 4K camera or whatever, I guess. But I don't know. It's just too clean between the two. There's no distinction except for the border. And that's all I remember.
I don't know if that does it well or not.
That's what I mean. It just all blends so well together.
So
it's almost
like
the kids are just as good at cinematography.
I guess we could say
the cinematographer.
It doesn't take away from the film that they're doing this documentary sort of found footage thing
until they remind you. There's some parts that just linger because she's like trying to do artsy fartsy stuff where she's just like, just stand there, brother.
Yeah.
And she's just filming him not really doing much, and you're like, oh,
what is this? Is this an album cover? What are we doing?
Are you trying to fill space?
Yeah.
But yeah, so the intro, do you remember there was one thing throughout the movie that I don't remember being brought up in the opening is the brother, what was the brother's name? Tyler.
Yeah.
We find out he's a germaphobe.
Yeah.
I don't remember when that is like kind of...
I can't think of a scene more longer than a second where that's brought up. Like maybe I missed some weird adverse reaction he had to something, but it was
he has a reaction to the diapers, which we'll get to, and then that's just brought up at the end with a diaper again.
He's very susceptible to hypnosis.
Like that's what I mean. Like little points like that.
Yeah,
like it's weird.
He's just a broken child, I guess.
In the end, I do like this movie, but there's so much wrong. About it. Like
strange.
Like I said, the mom just sending them there. I think they were trying to put too many like character traits into the children, and maybe that's why you don't like get an explanation for him being a germaphobe. Because as soon as we meet them, she's like a filmmaker, she's kind of artsy, and then he's a rapper, a wannabe ladies man, texting all the girls, tech savvy.
Here's my argument for that. I think I can give the benefit of the doubt here. If that was to portray him as like this kind of chaotic kid who had like all these little things about him, and that you're kind of learning something new about him every 20 minutes or so. Oh, he's rapping. He never rapped again after the first act. And
he raps twice.
Yeah, he raps twice, all within the first act. The last one he did was to Nah.
Yeah, about the pineapple cake or something, which he just turned into another thing about a girl.
Yeah. And he said like, I fucked a hoe.
Pop for the first time. Yeah, the opening to me just sets up the story. There's nothing special.
No.
We don't even, like I said, we don't get the germaphobe thing. The first rapping thing that happens is on the train when they meet that conductor, and he's like, I wanted to be an actor. And he's doing like the worst. He is doing the worst beatbox, like boom.
This poor black guy that they hired, which I think is the only black guy in the whole movie, is there to beatbox for the.
Well, there's nobody in this movie to begin with. There's like the mom, I think, the conductor, and then the grandparents.
I think he was just a train attendant, like the person who pushes the candy in Harry Potter.
I keep saying conductor, but you know what I mean.
Well, that would be scary if he was.
Well, they have self-driving cars. Wouldn't a self-driving train be easier to have?
Not in 2015, dude. It's 10 years ago.
Sorry. 8 years ago?
8 years ago.
Come on.
You think they had electricity back then?
Math right. Crazy.
I math left. Thank you very much.
Okay, that's fine. I didn't know. I'm sorry.
So the first, it kind of goes boring as we're meeting the grandparents, Nana Papa. And then the part where they kind of get suspicious is the deck scene. When they go under the deck. Underneath the house.
Oh, and they're playing hide and seek or whatever.
And it's a cool first-person like Doom shooter where he's tilting on 90 degrees, and then Grandma crawls at him, and then they get spooked, and then her ass is hanging out when she gets up, and she's like, "All right, I'm just a kooky girl."
It's weird because it's almost like it's introducing us to her ass as a character. Right. Because we only see a little bit of it at first, and then we see more and more.
Yeah, it's a little tease before the.
It's so random.
It's not random.
Because at that one, it's just the one cheek.
One cheek.
Her dress hanging out. Her dress. In her.
She got a wedge.
Her unders.
Her unders.
Yeah. I don't know why I said udders. No udders. I don't think she had udders.
But thank goodness for that dumpo.
That scene was probably the only good jump scare to me.
I think so. Yeah.
Because a lot of the other ones were just like pop coming into screen quickly or. And like a stupid little whoop sound.
They held some other shots when we first find out about her werewolf condition.
Oh yeah, the sundown.
There was some good like scratchy on the wall. Okay, but then it got goofy when she was like crawling around and going really fast and like just running back and forth.
And then getting the camera randomly and taking it and then putting it back. Yeah, there was. That's another thing about the movie is everyone's excuse for what's going on, even though it gets worse and worse, is they're just old.
Yeah, senile.
Like
Sorry.
they try to tell their mom. Their mom's like, they're just old.
Yeah.
It's like you haven't talked to them in 15 years, so you don't know what's happened to them.
You don't trust these people.
And of course, we find out it's not the grandparents anyway. So either way,
too
you
late
should
into the
be
movie.
checking on something. Oh my goodness! All right, so I think the first crazy thing that happens is nasty. That probably should have been a red sign, other than Nana, Papa, or Nana, is it Nana that they call her?
Yeah, Nana.
Chasing them under the deck.
Yeah.
The shed full of shit diapers.
See, I could, if I was the kids at the time, I would have bought that. Because I think she gave a very convincing argument. She said he's a, what's the word? When you can't control when you poo?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Old?
Yeah. Old. He's old. He needs to wear a diaper, and he needs to save his ego. So he goes, puts them all in the shed, and burns them somewhere in a field. I could have bought that. I would have still, as a kid, I would have go, yeah, that makes sense. Old guys, pride.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Up to that, you'd believe.
I'd believe.
Okay, up to that.
Honestly, Grandma would have freaked me out more, crawling under the deck like a crazy woman.
Well, then they see her doing the moon. I keep wanting to call it moonlighting. It's sundowning.
She's gaslighting all these kids, dude. No, he's just crazy. And what she did.
When she's like projectile vomiting and shit, and the first time they see her, she's projectile vomiting.
Is she?
Yeah, it's nasty.
Why did I forget that?
Maybe.
I remember
oppressed memory.
The first scene was just her scratching the door.
No, she pukes at one point.
But that wasn't the. You said the first time they got introduced to Sundown Town. She's scratching up the door in Sundown Town. And then she runs around like Naruto, and then the kid mimics it the next day.
Yes.
Yeah.
But she pukes at some point.
Okay, dude. Listen, I don't know what you're into. You're in.
You don't want to know what I'm into.
Please don't tell me no, please. That's not how excited you got when her cheek fell out.
So she has the sickness. He's hiding his poo.
She has the sickness. He hides his poo. That was sick. Go ahead. She has the sickness. He hides his poo. What?
I'm just trying to go through all this stuff. At which point, like, should they have
should they have called the police?
Was way before the end of the movie. Because even at the end of the movie, they're like, okay, we're escaping tonight. No, get the fuck out of there right when you have that thought.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you leave in the daytime?
Did they try to leave? How did they get caught?
Well, they were, because they left and then they saw the body hanging in the tree. And then they closed it. They were like, and Grandpa was there, so they couldn't like try to run. Because apparently they think...
Is that when she went to the basement? Because that was too late.
That was just before.
Okay, wow.
Because they start playing Yahtzee. And then
that really
I
tense.
think Pop gets up.
Yeah, he gets up.
He shits himself.
Yeah, that's right.
And then she starts going crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah,
incontinence.
The person in the tree. So some of the stuff that happens is one person visits the house. Like a couple people, but the first person that visits the house is, I believe it was because the grandparents were like counselors at a.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
they
were counselors at a hospital.
Yeah,
and I think one of the people they helped, she brings them like a cobbler or something. Yeah. Have you ever had a cobbler?
Not a peach cobbler.
What is a cobbler? Isn't it just like a?
I just think of apple crumble. I don't know why that in my head is what a cobbler is. I'm sure it's not true.
I don't think it's a Canadian thing. I don't think we have cobbler here.
I'm sure we haven't looked hard enough.
Well, I'm sure if I saw something that said cobbler, I'd get it because I'd want to know.
Bakeries.
I go to a few.
Maybe we should. Maybe we should start.
Maybe we should. Hot
bakeries.
Cross buns are good.
Hot cross buns.
We have those.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not just a song.
I like butter tarts.
Butter tarts are good too. Those are fully Canadian. You know they don't have those in the States?
You're joking.
I am not joking.
I didn't know
that's a Canadian thing, like ketchup chips.
Okay, now you're freaking me out.
Did you not know about ketchup chips?
A peach cobbler. I know about ketchup chips.
No, about them just being Canadian.
I know they're not. I listen to these Americans talk on my YouTubes.
But I've always known that.
Okay, Mister. I've always known.
They're my favorite chips. You got to know that.
I'm always omniscient. I know everything.
Always what? I'm omniscient.
Like when you are like a god is omniscient. What he perceives as
you and your fancy words coming up here with your.
I've read a dictionary. I have a lexicon.
How do you read a dictionary?
With my fucking eyes, Brandon.
Oh. That's crazy. Look, you're so fancy.
Peach. How'd you get to peach cobbler?
Because the lady brings it over.
Right, yeah.
She's like, your grandparents are so nice. Are they home?
Yeah.
And they're like, no.
No.
Every time someone knocks on the door, they seem to disappear.
Yeah.
And she's like, okay. And then later on, you see her talk. Like, they look out the window, and I think it's the same lady.
Yeah.
Because she has the red sweater or whatever.
Yeah.
So she is talking to the grandparents.
That's right.
And somehow the kids don't see. See, it's funny. Like I said, I like this movie, but the more I pick it apart, a lot of it doesn't.
The kids
like,
came from a broken house.
The kids never see them kill her.
Yeah.
In the backyard in broad daylight.
Yeah.
And then don't see the body hanging in the tree all afternoon.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then someone else visits. A man visits, and I think he works for the hospital.
Yeah, he's doing like a welfare check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And once again, the grandparents aren't there.
Yeah.
And another funny thing, like this should all be adding up to the kids. They visit, because the documentary they're making right now, I guess, is about their mother's old home or whatever. Or
yeah,
like,
something like that, right?
Because when they get there, they're like, oh, there's the clock Mom always talks about.
About the house you grew up in, yeah.
So they visit the high school. It's like a 2-minute scene, because all of a sudden it just cuts to them in front of the high school, and they're like, this is where Mom said,
oh my God,
blah,
you're
blah,
right.
blah, blah. And they look over, and Pop's like staring at someone. They're like, you okay, Pop? And he's like,
poor man.
He's looking at me. And the dude's like looking in the like complete opposite direction. He's like, stop looking at me. And the dude's like, excuse me? And he's like, stop looking at me. He just like charges at him.
Takes him down. Good for him.
Is it such a small town that there's one, no one else around?
I know, right? Yeah.
Two, they're in front of a school.
Yeah. And he just committed a crime.
I would assume it's like summer vacation or something.
Maybe,
since they're visiting them. So like no one's
Everyone's
at the
by
school.
the beach.
But usually schools are in busy areas most of the time.
Yeah, there's going to be traffic.
And then that guy didn't call anyone to be like, yo, some old dude like almost killed me.
Tries to sue him. It's Philadelphia.
I'm wondering if that was supposed to scare the kids enough for them not to do as much earlier. You know what I mean?
Oh, right. In fear for him going crazy and beating him up.
Because like your grandparents, if you think, oh, they're just old.
Yeah.
Why don't you just find a bat and break one of their legs? You don't have to kill them, but just
then
get away. If you think the people looking after you are that dangerous, to the point where you're like, we can't like leave right away with them seeing.
Well, I'm trying to put my. How old are they? 15 and 14.
Wow, they're even that old, eh?
I'm trying to put. Yeah, I know, right? It looked like 10 and 13 or something.
I thought younger. Because, I mean, the brother has...
He looks like he's 10.
He has a 90s, like, child actor haircut.
Yeah.
That makes him look so much younger than... What did you say?
15 and 14.
14.
Yeah. 14-year-old Tyler.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe.
I feel like the actor wasn't even that old.
I don't know. And it's crazy to me. Well, it makes sense because it's M. Night Shyamalan. It made $98 million off a $5 million budget.
Oh.
Which makes sense because it only took place in like a house and then maybe a train, which would have been an easy set to do.
Did he make this to make a quick buck? Did he try to make the cheapest movie so that he can make a lot of money? Because he knew... What was the movie before this he came out with? Let's get to the bottom of this.
Let's get to the bottom of this. Let's do some...
Get to Shyamalan's page over here.
I'm not Shyamalan.
Let's look for his 2014 movies.
After Earth, so it was the one with Will Smith, which I don't think did well either.
The
Last Airbender didn't do well.
He directed this?
Yeah, that was a big flop.
Oh my God.
The Happening, that one was okay, but
it was
very much like The Crazies.
The Crises?
The Crazies. Lady in the Water, I don't think I saw that one.
Wow.
The Village I liked.
Wonderful.
Signs was
Signs
good.
perfect.
Unbreakable was good. Sixth Sense was good. But yeah.
And
why did you want to know what movie he did before again?
To see if he was trying to get a quick buck.
Oh.
Like if his last movie was really successful, he knew people were going to watch The Visit.
Well, it looks like it was the first movie he did for Universal Pictures, so maybe they just weren't going to give him
enough
too much.
Yeah. Just to test the waters.
Yeah,
test the lady in the water.
He did Split and Glass, which were both sequels to Unbreakable, kind of.
Yeah.
So maybe that was kind of
that was the funding for it.
The contract, like you make one movie for us and then we'll let you do whatever you want, kind of thing. I don't know for sure. We're just kind of looking at...
No, that's exactly what happened, and you can take our word for it.
Sure.
We have insider info.
Do we? Because we're inside right now and we have information. Whether it's true or not, it's still insider information.
The weather outside's frightful.
It's actually quite nice out right now.
And if it's simply... I thought you were singing along with me.
No, it's not Christmas, and I'm sick of you bringing up these Christmas songs in the middle of May. May you please stop?
Did the grandmother ever do a knife to the kids?
No, she just made them clean the oven a lot.
That's all she did? Not even in her night terrors? Did she ever threaten them with a knife or something, or make them physically do something?
No.
No, never.
I don't think so.
Okay,
it was cleaning the oven.
That's probably, you know what? That might be my favorite character interaction. Actually, I like the monologues. If anything, for the movie.
Oh, everyone's story. Like, the grandparents are great. Like, they are the actors.
Yeah.
Deanna Dunnigan and Peter McRobbie.
Yeah.
They're awesome.
Yeah.
Because at first you can kind of tell there's something off about them, but like once, especially Nana starts going crazy, she's...
Yeah, I think the actors nailed it. Even as sort of paper thin as like the little boy's character was, I think at least in the monologue scenes in the third and fourth act, when they start doing some crazy shit with making movies, I think that really pushes the actors to their limits. I think they sold it really well with just the acting alone.
Well, I could assume because it was like a documentary style movie, I can see the monologues being the audition.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
And then maybe that's why the acting is a little iffy, because then they were like, oh, crap. Maybe don't go off of just monologues. Yeah. People can do monologues and still be bad actors.
Do this crazy, impactful monologue for this audition.
So finally, and I always forget when they actually find their grandparents' bodies.
Yeah, when she goes in the basement after Yahtzee.
How are they not stinking up the house?
Let me think about that.
Because rotting corpses, were they burned? I don't think they were burned.
I don't think so. I think they're just rotting corpses. Here's my guess. The stink is really heavy, so it settles at the bottom. So since it's in the basement, it's fine.
Sure, we'll give them that one.
They got heavy stink.
Even though heat rises. So if it's hot, nasty smell.
You think you know everything?
Not everything.
You think you're Mr. Scientist, Physicist, and Astronomicist?
Astronomist. I don't know. I was trying to repeat that last word you said.
You're like
work.
Astromonistic.
Is that a word?
It's on the spectrum.
That's why I said it. They also keep seeing Pop with his little shotgun.
Oh, yeah. When he had it in his mouth.
And what does he say? He's just like, oh, I was just cleaning it. What, with your tongue? Yeah. And all this time, they have footage and shit. Yeah. They don't send anything to their mom.
I know. That's the stupidest part.
And they talk to her.
Yeah, yeah.
Even though the internet's really bad, they get like crazy-ass great Skype reception.
Clip 3 megabytes and just send it her way.
And then another thing about the mom is when they finally show the grandparents.
From a
she's like, guys, who are they? It's like, what they were just telling you, you dumbass.
Weirdest part.
They're grandparents.
She was the most well-known actress, and she phoned in her acting shot here.
I mean,
it was quite literally Skyped
the way it was written, like that. She did a good job at playing what she was.
Yeah.
A bad mom.
Yes, I guess
nowadays, that's the thing. Nowadays, if this took place and they didn't have cell phones, but it wouldn't work because they wouldn't have had Skype.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, parents were more lenient back in the day.
Yeah.
Like, even in the 90s.
Because they couldn't.
Now, I don't see any parent just being like, yeah, I'm just going to send you off to people that are in my family.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen or talked to in 15 years.
Yeah.
Like,
and not going like, text me when you get there, send me a picture, say, hey, you guys.
Make them phone me.
Yeah.
Anything.
Yeah.
But I guess that's just one of those things you're supposed to look over. And you kind of, it was blueberry cobbler. Sorry, I'm just,
right.
We have the Wikipedia page just like in the background.
Yeah, there you go. A woman down on pop-up health
it should have been
counseling.
peach. I'm not big on blueberry pie, so I would assume that peach cobbler would be better.
I enjoy blueberry pie.
I don't mind it. It's just too much. It's like
fair enough.
It's a lot.
It is a lot of blueberry.
Like when you have apple pie, it's like big
fine.
pieces of apple, not like 1,000 little blueberries.
And there's always like that apple nectar in between an apple pie.
I like apple crumble the best.
Yeah. That's fun.
We might have to do our top 10 pies.
Yeah, that's horrifying.
In an episode. It is horrifying.
And my number one is American pie.
That's a good pie.
Thanks.
That's warm and homey.
Homey.
I have a list of all the like I said, I want to go through the list of stuff they were doing.
Yeah. Okay.
Pop up, tax random person. Oh, Nana tries breaking the laptop by spilling batter on it.
Oh, that's right.
And she's like, I tried cleaning it. Or when they're so the final like showdown when we brought up the person hanging in the tree, when they finally say, "Oh, we have to leave," but we'll play Yahtzee first.
Yeah. Customary.
The grandma or Nana, whatever you want to call it, her.
Yeah.
Probably the funniest scene when she just randomly starts shoving cookies into her mouth, and the kid is just watching her. Run then.
Yeah.
And then she just looks into the camera and yells Yahtzee. And then everything starts going to hell because then that's when the kid freezes.
Yeah, he breaks.
Is he just scared?
This explains, this is the benefit of the doubt I was getting before.
There's a backstory about him being a football player or something, isn't it?
Is that right? And he got a concussion or something?
I forget.
Well,
like, isn't that why he rushes him? Isn't there a backstory
to that or something? I don't think there is a backstory,
but
I think he just cracked and went crazy.
Okay, so what were you going to say about him being frozen?
So because the rapping and the germophobia, they're trying to explain to us that this character is fragmented, and so that it only takes too much stimuli, like he experienced in this trauma here with the grandparents.
That's deep.
That he broke as a human being, and then got awakened by overloading that stimuli with poopy diaper.
Oh, well, he was frozen before then, because that's how he put the poopy diaper on.
But he broke free because all his circuits burned,
break free.
And that he was having that song only playing in his head on reverb, high reverb.
I don't like poopy.
You don't like poopy. I want to break free from Grandpa. He's so...
It's Pop. They just have to use fancy names for them.
Hey, Pop, can I have some more? That's Oliver Twist.
And he doesn't call.
I don't think that's Oliver Twist. No, he doesn't.
No, I want some more. That's Oliver.
I thought that was.
I want some more, please. More?
That's Oliver Twist? No, I'm thinking of August Rush. August Rush is what I thought Oliver Twist was. August Rush is
That's a music movie.
That's a music movie about a little boy who plays a guitar.
Like
and
crazy?
He's also an orphan, I think.
And he's like,
I don't know if it's crazy. My mom watched it and I looked over her shoulder and went, "What the hell is this?" And ran away.
It's funny that that's the name of a movie when it sounds like the name of a band from when I was in high school.
That would be cool.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Because it'd be emo.
Yeah.
Because they always had months in their names and something to burning sensations and stuff and whatnot. You know what I'm saying.
October
HIV. Piss burn.
We went on the same path there.
Actually, that sounds more like an emo, like deathcore hybrid.
October piss burn?
Yeah. Just because piss is in there.
Yeah.
It's not very emo. It's not emotional.
They call themselves piss boys, people in that scene.
Do they?
Yeah, fans of that call themselves piss boys. I'm making that up.
Oh. I was going to say, I've never heard of this, but we should revisit the review we were doing.
Right. We'll keep the piss boys for another day.
Yeah.
Wink. I winked at you.
Yeah, just in case you didn't see it out there.
Wink.
Yeah. All right. So he was frozen. He gets the poop smeared on him. Did you think this was a good ending for their story arc, kind of? Because he just all of a sudden starts rushing Grandpa over and over again against the counter until he's fucking.
So here's what I would say. It was in the fridge. Here's what I would say. I wouldn't be able to say if it was good or bad. That's it. Full stop. I would not. But it was entertaining.
And what do they do the Nana again?
Oh. What do they do to Nana? How do they kill her? Oven?
No, they don't kill her, I don't think.
They don't kill Nana?
Because the Becca gets stuck in the bedroom with her.
Oh my god, that's right.
And then...
and it becomes fun house. It becomes an absolute loony bin.
She stabs Nana with the glass shard from the mirror.
That's right.
That was actually a pretty good scene.
That's right. Did they not do that in Evil Dead Rise? Was there a shard of glass?
I mean, they do it in a lot of horror movies.
Scream 6.
It's sharp.
Yeah.
Glass, edges.
I've heard.
It's usually glass or a knife if they want to stab.
Interesting. Okay, this is something I'm learning.
Because they can't pick up a ball.
No, because it wouldn't go through them unless they push really hard. Unless they push really hard.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, I should shut up because I've seen a kill in a movie where
That's
someone's head is exploded with a basketball.
With a basketball.
It's true.
Spaceballs.
No.
Okay.
No. It's okay. It's okay, guys.
I'm crying.
Have you seen any other M. Night Shyamalan movies? I meant to ask you this at the beginning of
the episode. Pull up his list
again. Because I'm pretty sure we've been over this.
I've seen bits and pieces of Signs.
Doesn't count.
I walked into a room and it was on the TV and they went,
Sixth Sense?
What do the little Spanish kids say?
Yes or no?
When they see the alien walk by?
Sixth Sense?
La Diablo!
Sixth Sense?
Bits and pieces. Or probably...
It's a yes or no answer. Yes, Sixth Sense?
I've seen clips.
Unbreakable?
No.
Signs? No. Village?
No.
Lady in the Water? Happening?
No.
I'm going to say no to everything.
Why would you say that? I'm answering.
I'm answering for you. It's just going to be because we're wasting time.
Interesting. Well, I thought you wanted
Split Glass, Old, Knock at the Cabin.
No, it doesn't look like I've seen any.
I don't know why I said it like that. Knock at the Cabin.
I have not seen any Shyamalan's.
That's crazy. That the
probably
Visit
a long time ago,
one.
but I have no memory of them. I probably saw Signs.
I would assume so because it was pretty big. That or Sixth Sense, which is weird.
But like pre-2008, I saw Signs. Yeah, so
that would make sense.
I can't remember anything before 2008. What happened in my life?
Interesting. Yeah.
Some deep-seated trauma. I'm not sure. Makes it very convenient.
Thinking if there's anything else because it's a pretty straightforward movie. You know what I'm saying? It's just we visit Grandma and Papa. Holy crap, they're not Grandma and Papa.
Yeah.
So if we didn't say, I would assume you've seen the movie, but we didn't say who they actually are. They're people who escaped from a psychiatric hospital.
Yeah. Killed the previous tenants.
And the reason why they did this is because the real Grandma and Papa made the mistake of telling them that the grandkids were visiting.
Oh.
And because at one point you find out that Nana drowned her kid, like her
in the river, in the lake.
Yeah, because of like aliens or some shit.
Makes
That's
sense.
what I mean. There's always these little things that pop up that are kind of hard to remember because it's always like all over the place. But yeah, so she had kids at some point. So when they brought up the fact that they were going to visit for a week, she got jealous, and then Pop broke her out because he promised to give her like the best week of her life or some shit like that. So they killed the grandparents. It would have been fun to have a flashback scene of them escaping. Just something fun like that.
I guess. Yeah. Well, you can't. It's a mockumentary. It's all shot in camera. You can't just have
not all. Whatever.
Unless the kids are also there filming it. There's another happenstance documentary crew, and then we go through their lens.
Yeah, I think that could easily
the two of them escaping a psychiatric ward. Security cam footage would be cool.
Yeah. See, there you go.
That'd be fun.
There you go. That's what I'm talking
Shyamalan,
about.
listen to me.
All right. Yeah, I think that's it. Really.
I think, which act did you like the best? Because I'm reminiscing about everything that happened now. Act 1, I guess we could agree, is the lowest.
Well, yeah.
It's establishing characters for a little too long, in my opinion. Even though we only have 5 and 1 we don't see until the end.
I'm not big on the opening, like the first act, only because most of it's the fact that they're going to the grandparents without knowing them.
Yeah.
If they were able to get around that fact, it would have been a lot better.
Yeah.
Like, even if she talked to them and saw them before the inmates took over.
Right, yeah, that'd be cool.
And show that.
Yeah.
There you go. That's the fix. At least she talked to the real grandparents just before the inmates killed them.
Well, if the viewer didn't see that, I would agree. But if the viewer sees that, then we automatically know those aren't.
You don't have to show their faces to us.
Okay.
You can just show the mom.
Talking
with
to the grandparents, and then she closes the laptop, and then it starts.
Or as she's it can be that one of the kids filming.
Yeah.
And as they open the room or whatever,
she's just
she
getting
closes
off the phone.
Laptop or whatever and says,
"Okay, see you."
You're
you hear on Skype some old lady saying, "Okay, see you soon."
Boom.
Totally
Problem
fine.
fixed.
Yeah.
I would say the third act, just because it was.
I agree.
The most insane.
It was entertaining. Yeah, I don't know if it's good or bad. It doesn't really service the rest of the film. It's you see it from a mile away. You know there's going to be some big shebang at the end of it all, because it's a very slow burn of making you uneasy. And the viewer, I think, already knows that the grandparents are a little wonky.
It's pretty.
It's just we're watching the kids kind of be fooled for too long compared to the viewer, I think.
Well, yeah, because once the twist comes, I think there were so many clues up to that point. It was easy to kind of guess that they were
there
imposters.
was not really any misdirects to the viewer.
No, not
really.
A lot
of misdirects to the kids where the kids kind of bought it. But to the viewer, they're like, no, something's up.
Yeah, like I said earlier, the only misdirect they try to say is, oh, they're old.
Yeah.
Like, that's all old people are crazy.
Yeah.
Like, really, it's like a hateful movie against old people.
Old people.
Like, old people are all crazy. If they're pooping
crazy,
and hiding it and
that's
like
normal.
running around trying to
Don't
kill
be
your
alarmed.
kids, that's okay. Don't worry.
Don't be alarmed. They're just
it's
old.
Good.
They're different.
It's fine. But it's weird because I like the movie. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't sound like I'm praising it.
See, that's the thing. I would watch it again, but the last 30 minutes, I think, and I would get my full experience.
I mean, it's not like I watch it all the time.
No,
like the last time I watched it before this was probably... I know we reviewed it on one of the podcasts I was on before, and that was like 5 years ago at least at this point. So,
would you recommend the movie for someone to watch it?
If they like M. Night and hadn't seen it yet, I'd be like, give it a chance.
I don't think it does the M. Night name justice.
Doesn't give it justice, but like I said, if they've already know about him or something,
I guess if you want to watch his repertoire,
I don't know. I enjoy it. I enjoy it. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm on the line, because I like bits in it, but I don't like how.
I don't like how it's
the whole movie isn't filled with bits, either.
Yeah, I don't like. I think it would have been better without the found footage.
Yeah,
like if it was written around that somehow.
Honestly, you could drop that, and I
or just bring in the found footage when they're interviewing the grandparents
for
something
those monologue
like that.
scenes, make it a little more impactful. That's cool.
The story could have been rewritten. It seems like it was put together really quickly.
Yeah,
and it could have been executed a lot better. I love the story. I love the whole fact about someone killing someone's, whether it be grandparents. It could have been cool with parents, but any of those like. People who are supposed to be looking after you, but it's not actually them. Like I like that concept. It just wasn't executed to the full not advantage of, but potential it could have been.
Yeah.
But the things that the grandparents did, like I did, everything they did was good. They did a great job.
Honestly,
it was just how it was executed and scripted and stuff.
I'd have to agree. Yeah.
So that's probably why I would give it a 2.5 out of 5 because it's a movie.
That seems like a really fair rating. Let's see. Yeah, I can't disagree. Honestly,
like
2.5 out of 5.
It's right in the middle. It's
there,
nothing fantastic, but it's not bad.
It's got good qualities, and the good qualities are worth seeing.
I would still put The Village before this, and I'm not sure how everyone would do that. I know. Don't make that face like you're surprised. You've never seen it.
I would. The Village before this lower in rating?
No, like.
Better?
Higher. It's better.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes,
Sorry,
I agree. It's shot too well. Who's the cinematographer on The Village?
Oh, I'm not.
It's shot so well. It's shot so well, Brandon.
Sure, it is. Like
Who disagrees with us?
People don't like The Village. It's like his most hated film, or was at one point. Oh yeah. Oh
like, for the plot, sure.
Because
no one saw that twist.
Because your average moviegoer goes for cinematography.
I would hope so.
Not really.
Then what are they doing?
And if they do, once the plot's not good, they're like, "No, that's shit."
Watch the whole movie.
I don't know. Don't. It's not. I like The Village, Steven. Why are you trying to argue with me? I can't.
I'm trying to argue with
people.
them through you. You serve as their temple, and they pray to you, and I ask questions to their God, the omniscient God.
That's too much
of the casual moviegoer.
That's too much. I'm
what?
I'm trying to think of the word.
Are you singing?
I do sometimes.
I've never heard.
Okay. Apparently, see, this is tangents. Fucking tangents.
Of
man.
What?
Everything at this point. I think we need to wrap it up in a neat little poopy diaper.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Because when you said wrap it up, I thought of one thing. And then you said poopy diaper, and it made me feel uncomfortable.
Oh, I said wrap it up, and you thought like a Tyler rap?
Yep, that's what I thought.
All about peach cobbler, blueberry cobbler, nana.
Oh, shit. I was kind of getting into it.
All right. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Hey, guys. Thanks for stopping by.
Let us know what you think about this movie, because I know it's kind of mixed. Even a lot of the ratings online I see are about in the middle. So it seems like we agree with the internet. But I want to know what the internet people that we know think about it. So let us know on Twitter.
Let us know. If you made it this far, leave us a kiss in our Twitter wall. I don't know what Twitter.
Yeah, Steven's not on Twitter, so don't pay attention to him.
Leave us a kiss on our Twitter wall.
But you can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and rate our
show.
Rate and review.
5-star.
No, review it whatever you want.
Rate,
we need the criticism.
Comment, subscribe.
We want to be better.
Do we?
We do.
I'm already perfect.
We can't be better if people don't tell us that we suck.
That sounds terrible.
And they're not telling us that we're good, so it's either or.
This might be a very personal you issue.
Well, no, if you make product or content.
And thank you guys for listening. This is Tangents of Horror. And the song starts playing. And then, what's it sound? What's the melody?
Are you the host?
It's fading out right now. Do the melody.
Is it
yeah,
fading?
It's fading out
right now.
How's your synth melody go?